Welcome to the Ambassador Program. If you're listening to this, it's likely because you signed up to help us in our mission in Montserrat. So before going any further, we want to thank you. Thank you for your time, for sharing your gifts with us, and for letting more people come on retreat. So in this video, we're going to talk about the first way of helping Montserrat, which is welcoming people. It is a wonderful ministry of making people feel welcome and giving them orientation to their room when they arrive at Montserrat, to be one of the friendly faces that they see when they come in. So to that end, a couple of points to remember. The first one is that greeting is our main job. And while other people might be around the check-in area, when somebody walks in the door, we ask that every conversation be put on pause so you can give your full attention to the person coming in. They shouldn't feel like they're interrupting you. Instead, they should feel like we were waiting for them with a smile. So if you can just pause conversations and just acknowledge the person coming in, welcome them. It doesn't need to be like a whole party or anything very effusive, as long as that person feels welcome, however you feel that's appropriate. The second thing, after they come in, then the person who is in charge of the check-in table will take over. And for the first time that you are helping a Montserrat, you wouldn't be helping with that. That would be the next video. So during that time, you would just wait for somebody to check them in. They would open their binder, explain to them what's in there. And when they're done, they're going to need, if they're first-timers, a little introduction to the house and to be taken to their rooms. So the next thing would be to check in with them and see what color are their keys. If they have red keys, they would go to Advent Hall. If they have blue keys, they would go to St. Joseph's Hall. And based on that, if they haven't taken their luggage down, you can tell them where to park their car so that they have a shorter distance to travel. So depending on where the person is, I think that basic orientation will determine whether they follow you on a tour now or they get their things and meet you somewhere to get their tour. And that's the next piece. So the tour can happen before or after they see the room, depending what works better. But the tour is a simple orientation to the house. It doesn't need to be you taking them to every single space, because that takes too long. And while it's really nice, sometimes we get the problem of someone taking people into a very long tour, and then there's other people waiting as they're checking in. So the best thing would be to go somewhere in the facility, maybe outside of Advent Hall or outside of St. Joseph's, and just kind of point to them what the different areas are and what they can expect to see there. You can point to the cafeteria, tell them what they'll eat, point to the library, tell them that that the spiritual direction meetings will be there. You can point to the chapel and tell them that most of the meetings will likely be there, unless there's an exception. And if you want to share about your favorite spot, you can talk about it. You can have a personal interaction there. Just don't make it a very in-depth tour, and let them find it for themselves. I think that's also a wonderful thing to do. But it is a moment of connection. You can ask them a question. You can check in with them about how they're doing, but don't make it a full long conversation, so that we can serve more people. Okay. And after that, I would just say we need to talk about their rooms. So uh, if this might have happened as the first thing or after the tour, but it's a very simple thing. Just show them where the room is, and from there you can tell them that they can control the temperature in their room, and that if they have any issues with the room, they can call the number in their name tag, which is which that will be explained later as well, and that the mass is going to be at that dinner is going to be at 6 and the first conference at 7:30. So if they need help with their luggage, you might be able to provide it depending on if you are able. But that's a really really nice extra that you can do. If somebody seems like they're struggling, if they have too many things, and you can provide a hand, that's often a really nice extra that you can provide. And especially if they have mobility needs, and this also, it would be a good idea for you to get familiar with what route you can take somebody if they have a handicap need, how to use the elevator, things like that, if they have a special need like that. So that's it for the first section of being an ambassador, just welcoming people into the house. And in the next video, we can talk about what happens at the check-in table. See you there.